Have you ever been in a relationship before and experienced a loss of attraction? Almost actually got to the point where it was like repulsion. Then you've probably experienced a loss in sexual polarity. And if you have experienced that in a relationship, in an intimate relationship, then stay tuned for this episode because I'm going to dive deep into the heart and soul of masculine and feminine energy to help you gain a better understanding of how these energies work within your system. And I say energies because you have both energy. Masculine and feminine exist within you. It exists within all of us and within the entire universe, okay? Masculine energy has kind of dominated our culture because it is all about building. It is all about achieving. It is about structure. It is about planning. It is about the decision. These are all very masculine energies. Think about this. Personal freedom, financial freedom, success. Masculine, masculine, masculine. We have repressed the feminine energy within us and within our world, within our planet. And that's why you see a lot of things happening to Mother Earth like destruction, because it's really just a reflection back to us of our own feminine energy and the imbalance within our own system. Now, the feminine energy is more connected with the vibration of love, compassion, empathy. It is emotion. It is expression. It is creativity. It is anything that is movement, which is feminine energy. Now, in the context of an intimate, romantic relationship, we're going to get all ooey gooey here, right? When two people, we'll say a man and a woman, come together, it doesn't have to be a man and woman. It could be a man and a man or a woman and a woman. When two people come together and they're very sexually attracted, there is sexual polarity between the two that brought them together, okay? So, for the example of a man and a woman, they have come together and they're in the beginning, it's so great. The sex is awesome. There's so much chemistry. There's so much connection. But a lot of times with the people that I work with and the people that I've seen and my own personal experience, because I'm not going to sit here and play Mr. Innocent because I've definitely gone through this myself. But that's why I've chose to learn about masculine and feminine energy and not turn my head to this stuff, okay? What happens a lot of times is throughout the course of a relationship between a man and a woman, a man with a masculine sexual essence and a woman with a feminine sexual essence. Her real core is feminine. His real core is more masculine, but they both carry both energies. What happens a lot of times is the man starts to lose his real grounded masculine energy, right? His ability to make a decision, his ability to claim her feminine energy, his ability to have clarity and certainty and structure in his life. So when this happens, at first, the woman sitting back, who's more of a feminine energy, sitting back and she's going, what's going on here? He's not really clear on who he is. He's not able to make a decision. He needs to figure his stuff out. I don't know what's going on. And at first she starts to question it. And this is what happens is you start out masculine and feminine and there's the distance, there's the gap, there's the arc of attraction. And she starts to question it at first. And then it starts to become a little more neutral. And then because he keeps going down this path of not knowing who he is, doesn't understand his mission, has no clarity, can't make a decision, can't lead her, starts going down this path of now, okay, I don't trust it anymore. I don't trust his masculine energy. So guess what? I'm going to animate my own masculine energy. And now she's in her masculine, he's in his masculine. They are energetically repelling each other. Just like magnets. Magnets come together and are coherent when there is a positive and negative charge. Same thing with a masculine and feminine charge. It charges and attracts energetically when there is an arc of attraction. Now, if the man is in his feminine and she's in her feminine, once again, no arc of attraction, they are going to repel. All right? So understand that sexual polarity is a very powerful thing when you understand this. It is so potent to be able to understand this within your relationship. So now we're going to flip the script and say, well, if the woman starts getting in her masculine and the man wants to be in his masculine, they neutralize. There's no more sexual attraction. They can even be best friends. And you see this a lot of times is like, we're like roommates. We don't have sex. We're just like roommates. We live together. We have a life together. Maybe we have kids together. We have a house together. But there's no sexual attraction. There's no romantic chemistry between us anymore. What happened was the neutralization of the energies. Now you're just at one playing field. There's no more. What happened more normally was in the beginning of the relationship, maybe he was in his real masculine core. He was confident in who he was. He was able to lead her. He was able to guide her. He was able to make decisions. He was able to be clear on who he is and his mission in this life. But maybe he started losing that because he stopped trusting his own masculine energy. And because he doesn't trust his masculine energy, how is she going to trust it? Or maybe she started animating her own masculine energy because of previous wounding. Something happened with a masculine energy in her life and she didn't trust it. And something he did triggered that wound, that old wound. And now it came up. The guard, the wall is up. The shield is up. And now he can no longer have access to her feminine heart. And when there's no longer access permitted from both people, and maybe it was the same thing for him, maybe with his masculine wounds, she did something that triggered that. Now he doesn't want to let her in anymore. He's closed right down. This happens so often within the dynamic of relationships. So the first step in repairing this kind of broken energy, if you will, with distorted energy, is allowing yourself to balance back out. And with a woman, she has to feel safe and trust masculine energy first. Within herself, she has to heal anything that's happened from the past with lack of trust from a father energy, a male energy in your life, from the masculine presence that maybe wasn't there, was abandoning or abusive or toxic. Heal that first, because that's going to show up and manifest within relationships. And the same thing for the man. If you had some type of wounding from your father and you have this kind of toxic masculine energy that you're carrying around with you, heal that yourself. You both have work to do on each other. And this has happened so many times in my relationship, was like I started animating more of a feminine energy because I was more in my emotion because I wasn't certain about who I was. And I literally watched the dynamic of our relationship shift and there was no more attraction. I'm like, what's going on here? We were like best friends, but we had no more chemistry, no more arc of attraction because we were neutralizing energies. So the first thing is to work on your own stuff. Because if you come into the relationship with wounds, energetic wounds from masculine or feminine wounding, then you will at some point have to deal with that. Your partner is going to be a reflection of your own consciousness, okay? It's not about your partner. We're not blaming your partner. It's not about him being a dick or not her having her shit figured out, whatever, okay? The next thing is understanding how sexual polarity really is working, okay? We as men have to stop trying to fix, and we as humans have to stop trying to fix, but I've noticed that men do it a little bit more because fixing is more of a masculine energy. I want to give her a solution, right? I want to fix her problems. I want to be her knight in shining armor and be her life coach or therapist. Let me just tell you from firsthand experience, that whole stuff does not work. So if you're trying to coach your girl or your man, stop. Stop trying to be their therapist. You're not their counselor. Let them figure their stuff out. But what you can do is be a loving, supportive space. So for example, if your woman's having a lot of emotion, be a safe place for her. Be the support, which is a masculine energy. Be the structure, which is a masculine energy that she needs to allow her to feel safe. Because if she can't feel safe with you, she won't open her heart to you. Her heart will close. It'll be like a turtle going right back in its shell. Same thing with a man. If your man is going through a lot of emotion, just be a safe place for him. Don't judge. This is for all relationships, okay? Don't judge your partner. If they are going through something, hold the safe place for them and don't judge them. Don't try to fix them. Don't try to change them. Because when you do this, You plant a seed within them that tells them that they're not enough. And that just further animates and magnifies their wounds that they're going through. So in order to create more sexual polarity within your relationships in life, you have to be more grounded in who you are as a person. If your real core is feminine energy, and that's who you are at your core, you're more fueled by love and compassion and nurturing, and you have more of a feminine sexual essence, which you probably know if you do or don't, then ground yourself in that by infusing every single thing you do like little droplets of love with everything you do with love. Feminine energy is very connected to the vibration of love, very connected to nature, very connected to the flow of emotion expression. Okay, now if your core is more masculine, which is, once again, this is not about judgment, this is about awareness. If your core is more masculine, then you have to be able to make a decision. You have to be able to be clear. You have to be able to be assertive. You have to be able to be a leader in your relationship and in your life. Because if she doesn't trust your masculine energy, then forget about it. Because she's just going to start animating her own. And when she does that, it's going to kill the polarity between both of you. Okay? This video is about awareness. It's about helping. It's about serving. Okay? If you feel called to share this with somebody that you love, share this with somebody that could benefit from this wisdom. I'm curious to know, what has been your experience with sexual polarity? Have you ever experienced, like I have, a kind of almost like relationship burnout because you guys are just neutralized and there's no more attraction? Leave a comment down below. I'm curious to know. Have an amazing day. And as always, stay loving, stay open, and stay connected to that beautiful source within you.